This is the biggest update to old school RuneScape on mobile, ever since it was released just over 6 years ago, with newly added features that you're used to seeing on the desktop client, plus a new optimized mobile UI. There's no better time than now to play old school RuneScape on mobile. Maybe you've never played on mobile, or maybe you tried it years ago. Either way, just hit the link in the description or head to the App Store or the Play Store and download old school RuneScape for mobile today. You probably already have one question, and that will be, who is this guy? Well, it would be rude not to introduce myself. My name is FullyOSRS and I am a content creator from New Zealand. My YouTube series is dedicated to playing RuneScape only on a mobile phone. I have been given the honor to take you through the new features of this mobile UI, so strap yourselves in and let's take a closer look at what you can expect when you download the app. Firstly, you'll notice obvious changes. All of the side stones are now aligned with the right-hand side to fall in line with the desktop client. These can be expanded and minimized as needed, but you'll always have the important side stones active and ready. By default, all of your interfaces will open on the right. To replace the left-hand side stones, one of the biggest changes for this new UI is the addition of hotkeys. Hotkeys are essentially F keys for mobile, and these can be customized endlessly to match whatever content you are tackling. One of the most important features is the ability to toggle hotkey panels to open up on the left side of the screen. This is essential in facing higher level content that requires serious multitasking. In other areas, the minimap is looking pretty unchanged. It retains its function to be minimized, and the zoom can be adjusted by pinching with 2 fingers on the minimap. The pop-out panel has a new home in the bottom left corner and is packed with the same features you know and love. Loot tracking, XP tracking, and even the high scores are available. The logout button can now be found at the top left of the screen, alongside chat box toggle options, which can be used to either completely or partially minimize the chat box for more space to game. Let's take a closer look at these hotkeys. You can save a set of 5 hotkeys into one of 3 loadouts and quickly switch between them. Now, we've started you off with 3 suggested loadouts, but each can be fully customized to your preference. The first and most exciting loadout is called Big Boss Encounters and Raids. This loadout is optimized for maximum intensity tasks. Think mobile-only Infernal Capes and all 3 raids available on old school RuneScape. Yes, it's absolutely possible. This preset allows you to be at your very best for taking on some of RuneScape's most difficult content. The first hotkey is Toggle Run, and this is useful when quickly switching to walking is needed, like for Vorkath's Acid Attack or the Great Olm's Acid Pathing. The second hotkey is Special Attack, useful in nearly any situation, and is a must-have when facing high-level bosses. The third hotkey, of course, is Prayer, absolutely critical for all content, and can be toggled to open on the left side for prayer flicking at the same time as player movement and attacking with your right hand. The fourth hotkey is Spellbook, and that's pretty self-explanatory really. And finally, the last hotkey is access to your quick prayers. Having a hotkey for quick prayers that can be controlled by your left hand opens up so many possibilities, with one tick flicking or even lazy flicking during Slayer. The second preset loadout is what we've called Prepared PVM. This loadout is focused around Slayer and lengthy boss encounters like Kraken or God Wars Dungeon. Having access to Prayer, Spellbook, and Special Attack is an absolute must. As the first hotkey, we suggest having the ability to edit ground items for hiding unwanted drops or highlighting drops that you're focusing on. Get your Saradomin and God Swords out because the second hotkey is your Special Attack. The third hotkey is the Prayer tab. The fourth hotkey is your Spellbook tab, and again, not really much to add there, pretty self-explanatory. And finally, the last hotkey is Tap to Drop, and that completes the loadout. And last but certainly not least, the third loadout is what we have called Skill and Chill, and this loadout is centered around low input activities such as general skilling, bank standing, chatting, and AFK grinding. This loadout includes access to your inventory, tap to drop features, socials, Spellbook, and the ability to edit ground items. Don't let us cramp your playstyle though, you can fully customize these loadouts to suit your own preferences. At long last, we finally have tile markers on mobile. Honestly, this has to be one of the most anticipated features for the mobile client. You guys have been crying out for these, and let me assure you that these are a game changer. You can now mark your Zuck safe spots and even flame skip the alchemical hydra with ease. To use this feature, we suggest having the tile marker hotkey active in your hotkey loadout. Long tap once to activate the tile marking mode and mark the tiles you want. When you're finished, long tapping the hotkey will return to normal. You can customize the color of your tile markers in the expanded settings menu, and these will persist when you log out. Simple. Alongside this, true tile or current tile highlighting to aid with precision movement is also available as a feature in the settings menu. NPC Highlight is a feature that has been added to mark important NPCs during Slayer or even those elusive lucky implings. To use this feature, we suggest loading this into your hotkeys just like you would with tile markers and long tapping it once to enter NPC highlighting mode. With this mode active, you can long tap the NPC to find the drop-down menu where you will find an option to highlight them. Once finished, exit NPC highlighting mode by long tapping the hotkey one more time. You can change the color and appearance of both the NPC's outline and also the text shown above the NPC in the expanded settings menu. Editing ground loot is a feature which is very helpful during Slayer and can be very useful for decluttering all of that text that shows above piles of loot. Much like the previous features, editing ground loot can be done using a hotkey option. Long tap on the hotkey to activate edit mode for ground items, where you can long tap any item on the ground and have the option to either highlight important drops or hide the unwanted ones. Long tap again to exit edit mode. One last new addition worth mentioning is a menu entry swapper. This allows you to change the order of options that appear when you long tap an item or an entity, allowing some actions to be performed with a single tap. For example, one tap pickpocketing elves is now possible, or even one tap harpooning fishing spots for sharks. This menu entry swapping feature is a tool impacting nearly every single function across the old school client. Achieving a perfect version the first time around is challenging without extensive player feedback over time. Rest assured, the team here at Jagex will be closely monitoring any problems and are committed to ensuring a high quality mobile experience. All of these new additions are so exciting for mobile, and it's only going to get better with every update in the future. Now that you're up to date with all of the latest and greatest changes in the new UI, let me take you through a list of all the other features of the mobile client that have been added in the past. You will be surprised about how much is already available for mobile. Attack styles. Here you can visually see what attack style you are using, and this will save Pures a lot of headaches. The buff bar. This is a very handy visual aid to see what stats are currently boosted and what stats have been drained without having to open your level panel. Cannon heads-up display. This gives you information on the state of your dwarven multi-cannon and how many cannonballs are left while in use. Chambers of Xeric helper. This provides you with raid layouts, which make it so much nicer to scout. It also provides you with a lot of helping tools during the raid. Slayer helper. This provides you with information on your current Slayer task. Enemy info. This is an interface that displays the remaining health and name of your enemies that you're in combat with. PvP combat ranges. When in the wilderness, this shows the range of levels that players need in order to attack you. There is a wide range of useful indicators during skilling to improve quality of life, namely agility click boxes, fishing spot indicators, all respawn timers during mining, a heads-up display for blast furnace ore management, a clue scroll helper, a herbivore helper, hunter trap timers, and Tears of Guthix stream timers. And finally, here's some quality of life features that have been added to make your mobile experience more user-friendly. External keyboards can have F keys mapped to interfaces. Haptic feedback can be turned on and off. Long tap delay durations can be adjusted for more accuracy and speed. View distances can be adjusted, and chat messages can be time-stamped. The easiest way to test and browse all of these features is by using the search function in the expanded settings tab. Search keywords and it will show you all of the features relating to that content. You now have all the information you need for your next mobile adventure. With so many features at your fingertips, there are simply no limits for mobile gameplay, and truly, anything is possible. This has been Fully Mobile, and it's been a pleasure to take you through the new features of the brand new mobile UI for its 6th birthday. I'll see you in Gillinor. Happy 6th birthday to Old School RuneScape Mobile, and happy scaping to you guys. Take care.